Good morning. Today is Monday, December 9th, 2013. I just got back from my morning walk and had an experience that I wanted to share with you, sort of my conscious thought for the day. I'm working on doing more videos daily, including something called the Conscious Thought of the Day, where I hope to bring to you some type of awareness on different issues just to focus on throughout your day, some type of affirmation, I guess you could say. This morning, as I was preparing to go on my daily walk, which is a new routine once again for me, I haven't done this in a few months, but I learned before and I remember that going on morning walks, it helps me establish a sense of calming and reflection throughout the rest of my day by having just a few moments to pace through my neighborhood, take nature in, and as I start to think about all the work I need to do and videos I need to edit and things like that, I push those things out of my mind and just focus on just being there and being present in my walk. And it took me a few extra minutes to get ready from when I originally planned to go, because I always get distracted and I always get busy. But when I finally decided to step outside, I went out the backyard and I started to clean up trash, and as I started to do that, I noticed a man in the front of the house who was digging through our trash, who was collecting aluminum cans. And so at first, to be honest, it kind of threw me off, and in our neighborhood this is not an uncommon sight, so I wasn't sure if this person was looking to cause trouble or what exactly they were doing. But at first it gave me a pause, but then I just went about my business. I grabbed the trash and I started walking towards the curb to put the trash in the bin where the man was standing, and I noticed what he was doing. So as I walked away, the man made a comment saying, well, now that the government's back on, we shouldn't have to worry about things like trash. And I threw back to him, well, let the government shut down. Let's rely on our communities for help. And I laughed and started walking up the driveway. And as I did this, he made some comments somewhere along the lines of, well, they've got their plans of what they're doing. Let's let them shut down the government, the Illuminati, the New World Order. And he mentioned a couple of other names like that. And so I was like, okay, this caught my attention, so let me come back and talk to this older gentleman who's digging through my trash and see what he has to say. And I asked him if he'd ever heard of the Houston Freethinkers, and told him about what we do here in the Freethinker House, that he was right outside of our house and all the different activities that we do here, and that he was welcome to come anytime he wanted. And then he told me that he is also part of a group that does similar things, and he handed me this flyer here. And this flyer is not really something I would pass out myself, because it's got 666 all over it and all kinds of things like that. But it was interesting because, for one, he was an African American man, and I always love to see African Americans stand up against Obama. And this thing says Obamacare is going to require all this, Obama is the devil or whatever. Just, it's got a lot of information mixed in with his opinion on homosexuality and drugs and sex and things like that. So again, not something I would 100% agree on, but by being out there and talking to this guy, the conversation went even further than after he handed me the flyer. We started to just talk about how he said the word the Matrix a couple of times, and we just started to talk about how we are programmed through the media and things. And really, I let him talk. A lot of the things he was saying and sharing with me weren't anything new that I haven't researched or don't know on my own. But it's always reaffirming, as I'm sure you know, that when you're out just doing your daily activity and all of a sudden you run into somebody and you recognize a kindred soul in the fact that this is somebody who has done some research and is at the very least more aware than the average person that you're running into at your grocery store and on your other daily activities. And so I told him, I said, when these experiences happen for me, it reminds me that there are so many people out there and how important it is to have conversations. And although we don't follow the same path, particularly as far as our spiritual beliefs or how we think things may turn out, in the end, this person is aware of what's happening. He's choosing knowledge. I didn't inquire as to why he was digging for aluminum cans out of my trash. I guess he needed some extra cash. I can't fault him for that. But I recognize that, wow, this is a reminder to me to never judge anyone, for one. No matter what situation you're in, you may, oh God, look at this homeless man digging through my trash. I don't think he was homeless, first of all, the more I talked to him. And he also discussed his past drug abuse and how that helped him get to a place of looking deeper with things, and that's obviously something that I can resonate with. So a lot of things came out of this conversation, connecting with somebody on drug abuse, connecting with somebody about awareness of the state of the world, connecting with somebody in a spiritual way by, even though, as I said, we didn't agree on everything, we were still also on the same page that things were going to get better and that people are aware and that there was people just like the two of us working to make things better all around the world. And as I wrapped up with him and said bye, I told him, I really do appreciate these experiences for a number of reasons, and I appreciate your time. And he reminded me, he's like, it's not just the experience and the conversation that we have. He's like, but think about the timing for you to walk out and go on your walk right as I'm out here. And as I said, if I had gone when I originally planned to go, before I got distracted, then I probably would have missed the guy. And if I had gone 10 minutes later, I definitely would have missed him. So synchronicities all around, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. A reminder that today and hopefully all your days, don't judge those that you don't know. Take time to have conversations, see what you might learn, and see what you can teach from people. If you can hear this, you are the resistance.